Students, today's class is for BBA second year students. The students, in the last class we had discussed the various economic objectives of the business. Now we are discussing the various objectives of a business firm, under which we had completely discussed in a brief manner the economic objectives of the business. Today in this class we will be discussing the topic of what are the social objectives of business, because as you all know, the objectives of a business are broadly be classified into two categories. Number one, economic objectives of the business, that we have already completed. In this class we are going to discuss what are the various social objectives of the business. Let's start. As the word social is there, so the objectives of a business cannot be restricted to the economic objectives only. What I am trying to say, under economic objectives of business, that is on the last class, we had discussed in a detailed manner how the business is always giving its best efforts towards creation of or generation of profits only, because whatever the points we discussed, that is profitability, survivability, growth and expansion, innovation, so all the conclusion of the points of economic objectives is that to earn the profit, fine, to earn the profit. Now apart from that, apart from earning the profits and profits only, there are certain other objectives of the business towards the society, towards the different sections of the society, that we will discuss under social objectives. Why this is needed? Why the concept of social responsibility or social objectives of business arises? Because business is able to run its activities with the help of a society only. If you ask me, sir, how? Then see, the business is using the land, the business is using the resources, the business is using the various other means of society. So unless or otherwise we don't provide sufficient amount of responsibility to the society, then the business may not become successful. So just like economic objectives are very essential to earn profit, like that the social objectives of the business is also having so much importance. No doubt the social objectives are not directed towards earning of profits only, but the social objectives of the business is having as vital importance as the case of economic objectives, because only when we completely bring our best effort to the society, when the society is favorable to us, when the societal conditions are most favorable to the business, then the business can easily able to run in a very smooth manner. Right? So let's discuss the points of various, or the what are the various points of social objectives of business. First point. Services to the customer. what I have written on the board. Earlier, the concept of business says that seller is the king. Earlier, it is said that sellers are the king of the business. Many days ago. But nowadays, as the environment is changing day by day, as the conditions for business is very much changing day by day, so nowadays it has been considered that the customers are the kings. The customers are the kings. It means if the business is completely able to satisfy the customers, then the business can easily able to run in a smooth manner. Because I have already told you just in the last class that if we are able to satisfy even a single customer, then that particular customer can bring us 100 more number of customers or a lot of customers to our business, which will help us for running our business in a very smooth manner. So if the business is able to satisfy the needs of the customer, then the business can easily run in a very smooth manner. The students, every customer needs quality product at reasonable prices. I have already explained to you the concept of quality products at reasonable prices. How quality product and reasonable prices are so much essential so far as satisfying the customers are concerned. So the businessman should always try to provide the good and quality products or better products at affordable prices or at reasonable prices. If we want to set some things, then we have to sacrifice some things. So in order to achieve a huge success with the price should be minimum, reasonable. See, if on the very beginning, if we will charge a very high price to the customers, then no doubt the profit making will be more, but survivability of the business will be more difficult. So from the very beginning, we may charge a price which is very much reasonable or which gives us a very less amount of profit. Not saying that profit is not essential to us, but we must say that profit is something that we can or that we may achieve at a very reasonable price. So by providing the services to the customers or by providing better services to the customers, we can achieve maximum success in the future. No doubt at the initial stage it may give us very less amount of profit because the price is reasonable. Reasonable means what? We will charge very much nominal amount of profit. Very much nominal amount of profit, keeping in mind the price of the goods. So no doubt at the initial stage we may start off in a lower profit, but after that the business may achieve a huge amount of profit. So in this way, the business has the responsibility or has the objective of satisfying the customers. Let's go to second point. services to the employees. Remember, without employees, no organization can survive. So, keeping this in mind, the organization have to provide or should always try to provide its best efforts or best facilities to the employees. Now, services to the employee includes so services to the employee includes two important things: providing of various monetary benefits, providing of various non-monetary benefits. So it includes both monetary benefits or and non-monetary benefits, or we can say fringe benefits. Various fringe benefits means non-monetary benefits. See, employees are working in the organization, so at the end of the month, definitely we are paid them the required amount of salary. So the monetary benefits always provided by each and every organization. The monetary benefits are always receivable by each and every employee those are working in the organization. Now, the organization who provides various fringe benefits apart from the salary to the employees, remember that particular company's employees will be more satisfied. That particular employees will be more satisfied where they are receiving various non-monetary benefits or fringe benefits apart from the monetary benefits. Now, their non-monetary or fringe benefits may include various things like now the non-monetary benefits may include various benefits like free accommodation, means we may provide free staying facility to the employee. Next, free fooding. Somewhere the companies are providing free fooding, and in some organization they provide what we may say subsidized fooding. It means we are providing the food relatively at a lesser price than as compared to the general market. Next, free accommodation हो गया, free fooding. Next, we may say free insurance, that is comes under ESI, employees state insurance. Remember the term ESI, it stands for employees state insurance. Now in certain organizations the ESI is deducted from the respective employees salary account, whereas some organizations are also paying the insurance amount on behalf of the company. It means the company is paying the insurance portion on behalf of the employee. no amount is deducted from the employee's account, rather the company is paying the insurance premium amount directly from its own or company's fund. So it may impact a huge mindset on the employee's point of view or from employee's point of view, because they are getting a extra benefit apart from their salary. Whatever the insurance premium should be paid by the employee, now paid by the employer. Next we may say free education. Free education means free education to the children of the employee in certain organization. Free educations are also allowed to the children of the employee or up to TW. To children of the employee, free education, whatever the cost of the education of the children of the employee, that particular educational cost will be bear by the employer. Now it is also one kind of non-monetary, or we may say fringe benefit. Next comes free transportation. If in the metros, see in the metros you will be staying in such a place which is far away from your actual workplace or far away from your company. There will be 25 or 20 to 30 kilometers travel from your staying locality to your working locality. So that transportation cost, to and fro cost we may say, so that transportation cost may also be provided by the employer with the help of cabs or by making their personal arrangement for reaching the employee to the organization, and after their work is over, again leaving them, it means leaving the employees to their individual houses. So free transportation is also provided by the employer in order to satisfy the employee. Next comes free medical allowance in certain case. The medical amount or the medical allowances is also payable on the part of the employer to the employee in maximum cases. If we take the example of corporates, in maximum cases medical allowances up to rupees 3 lakhs is exempted. It means if the employee will suffer from any disease, then if the medical cost is up to 3 lakhs, then the company will bear that. It does not mean, or don't think that one time it is there. It means the employee will suffer from a disease and suppose 2 lakhs will be the medical cost. No, I am not saying that. Rather, throughout their lifetime, throughout the service period that they serve in the company, suppose one employee is working in a particular company extended for 10 years. Now, for all the 10 years, the amount is 3 lakhs. Suppose on the first case, medical case is 10,000, on second it is 40,000, on the third instance it is again 70,000. So just like that, up to rupees 3 lakhs is exempted, or it's paid by the employer, or it's paid by the organization on the part of the employee. Now, what do you think by providing these kind of services, that is free accommodation, free fooding, free medical allowance, by providing all those services to the employee, the organization is providing the best efforts to the employee so that they will be more satisfied. Next it comes very important point, services to the government. Now the business being a artificial person which is created by law, it may also having certain services or certain responsibilities to the government sectors. Like, see, government is always thinking for a better services as far as the individual corporates or companies are concerned. Now, services or the objectives of a business to the government may include payment of tax duties, payment of tax duties. See, if the business is paying the amount of tax duties, the amount of tax duties to the government, then the government will be automatically very much happier with our organization, because the government knows that yes, this is our organization to whom the government is receiving the tax duty, the government is receiving the tax duty on time. Now if we pay the various tax, now what is the tax? The tax nowadays, earlier there was number of taxes: wealth tax, service tax, central excise tax, customs duty. Nowadays, one nation, one tax, as you all know, GST, goods and services tax. One nation, one tax. No classification of taxes, only GST, goods and services tax. One tax, one nation, or one nation, one tax. So, if the company will be able to pay the tax amount to the government in time, then automatically the government will be more satisfied. So, it is our basic duty of the managers of the company that they should plan accordingly or plan for payment of the tax dues in time to the government authorities. On the other hand, if we are failed to make payment the tax duties on time to the government, then it may create a negative impact so far as government is concerned, because government will always keep a close eye on those organizations, those who are not paying their tax duties in time. On the other hand, if we make payment tax duties in time, then we will be relaxed from various activities. We may be benefited in a huge manner, because the government will not check up regularly or timely basis, because the government thinks that from X Limited it is getting the tax on time, so he will not visit to the X Limited again and again. On the other hand, if the government is not getting tax from Y Limited, then time and time again the government will visit to the Y Limited organization, or the government will keep a close eye or close look on Y Limited, because Y Limited does not pay the tax duties in time. So if we are clearing our tax duties in time, then we will always have an upper hand so far as our competitors. So this is all about services to the government. And employment generation. Point number 4, employment generation. Again, it is a very important point. See, it is the primary objective, or it should be the primary objective of every company to create sufficient amount of employment opportunities for the betterment of the society. See, if employment is generated in time, then automatically the society is served to a huge extent, to a large extent, because the employment, as we all know, dear students, employment is nowadays a very major problem in India. Employment is a major problem in India. So if the company is able to deal with, or is able to create maximum amount of employment opportunities, then the number of young personnels enhances. The number of young personnels from the society will be get employed. So we can say automatically the society as a total can be more helpful, or can be more satisfied with the company, because the society knows that this is the company where maximum number of young personnels are getting the jobs, or they will be engaged in the jobs. So employment generation should always be every company's social objectivity or social objective. The manager should always try to create maximum amount of employment as possible or as more as possible. I am not saying that the organization should bring excess number of employees. No, that should not be our objective, because it may lead to unnecessary cost. If 10 personnel are required, if we appoint 15 persons, then 5 persons salary will go waste. I am not saying that, but we should keep maximum amount of employee for the betterment or for the betterment of the society. So this is all about employment generation. Here deal with the investors. Now it is our another social objective of business is that we should always make a fair deal with the investors. Remember, investors is considered as the god. Nowadays investors are the god for the company. So being a business unit, we should always try to provide our best efforts to the investors. See, on investors' money our business is running. If not completely, then partially also. So on the investors' money we are making the business, we are getting the profit, and the business is running in a smooth manner. So why should not we will pay him maximum attention for their satisfaction? Why not? Because if the investors will be completely satisfied with us, then they will never think of leaving our organization or withdrawing their investment amount from our organization. Rather, they will be thinking for always more number of or more amount of investment in our company. So why should not we will give them maximum satisfaction so that they will be always interested to invest a huge amount of money with us. So for this purpose, it is very simple. The company does not want to take much amount of risk. Only by making or by fulfilling only certain basic aspects, the investors can easily be satisfied. What? Number one, payment of the return on time is the first thing. Payment of the return in time, that is payment of dividend. पेमेंट ऑफ डिविडेंड, डिविडेंड हम लोग किसको देंगे? डिविडेंड इज ऑलवेज पेड टू द शेयर होल्डर्स. पेमेंट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट, इंटरेस्ट हम किसको देंगे? इंटरेस्ट इज ऑलवेज पेड टू द डिबेंचर होल्डर्स. एज वेल एज पेमेंट ऑफ और रीपेमेंट ऑफ द प्रिंसिपल अमाउंट, जिसको हम बोलते हैं कैपिटल. सो इफ वी फुलफिल द basic aspects like this, that is payment of dividend to the shareholders, payment of interest to the debenture holders or other third parties, it may include creditors, it may include bankers, it may include various other financial institutions like LIC, GIC, IFCI, IDBI, etc. as well as principal amount, it means the capital on time. Remember the word on time, very important, on time. See, today is the due date for payment of a dividend to 100 number of shareholders. Now, if we are not paying today, rather than we are paying the money or we are paying the dividend but after 5 days, then it will create a negative mindset so far as dividend payment is concerned. That's why on time. Today is the due date, so today we will pay. Maybe dividend or maybe interest or even principal. Suppose today is the maturity period of any particular investment. So we should plan for, we should keep sufficient amount of money, or we should arrange for sufficient amount of money for payment of the principal amount to the respective investor. Because if the investors will be satisfied, then always they will be looking forward for investing more amount of money to the business. Now there is another point. Fair deal with suppliers. See, suppliers are also plays a very vital role so far as running the business in a smooth manner is concerned. So, if we are completely satisfying our suppliers, then they will also always be in a good mindset to provide the raw materials in time. And as we are receiving, or if we are receiving the raw materials in time, then our production process will run smoothly, and accordingly we will be able to dispose the finished goods to the general market on time, or we may supply the quality goods or the goods that is so demanded to the customers on time. So we will always try to pay maximum amount of attention to our suppliers also, because they also form a major part of the society. So these are the various social responsibility or social objectives of a business that every business should plan for fulfillment of such objectives. So by fulfilling the various economic objectives as well as these 6 social objectives, the business can easily able to run in a very smooth manner. With this, we have completed the various objectives of a business firm, both economic objectives as well as the social objectives. Thank you.